Hi there and good morning. This is the Carlsen attack trap in the Sicilian Khan variation taken from Magnus Carlsen's 2004 game in Wijk against Werle. e4 is met by c5 and knight f3, e6, d4, black takes on d4 and the knight recaptures, and a6, the Khan variation. Carlsen goes for the Maroczy bind type of pawn setup with c4, placing a pawn on c4 to accompany the pawn on e4, which will inhibit any breakthroughs that black had intended in the center with d5 or b5. So here black plays knight f6, hitting the pawn on e4, knight c3 defends. d6 is met by g3, which is a positional approach by white in this type of position, intending to fianchetto the king's bishop to g2. Queen c7 means that if bishop g2, immediately queen takes on c4. The great Tony Miles, as well as Ivanov, have played queen e2 in this position, defending, but Carlsen played bishop e3 first, and black chooses now to develop his queen's bishop via a counter fianchetto with b6. Now after bishop g2, bishop b7. Obviously queen takes on c4 wasn't on the cards because e5 looks pretty good there for white. That's going to open up the diagonal. So bishop b7 first, and now castles is met by knight bd7, and Carlsen now puts his rook on the c-file, rook c1. And this is where black goes wrong. The natural looking move, bishop e7, which was in fact played by the majority of players with the black pieces in this position, is actually a losing mistake. The moves h5 or knight e5 would have given black around equality. But after this fatal mistake, bishop e7, white's winning now with this perhaps unexpected move, knight d5, offering up that knight on d5 because it's loose. The pawn on e6 can take it. Let's have a look at black's options. First of all, if black chooses not to take that knight and run with the queen which is being hit, if the queen goes to d8, then white really turns on the screws with the impressive looking e5. That's opening up all attacking lines here for white, and white's actually clearly going to be winning in this position. If instead of queen d8, queen b8, then knight takes on e7, brings the king out to recapture on e7. And again, white here has a commanding advantage. If if e takes on d5, that's what happens in the game, then Carlsen continues with c takes on d5. That's opening up the rook on c1, hitting the queen. So the queen runs back here to b8. That allows the knight to jump into c6, hitting the queen again, pretty much forcing a swap here on c6. If the queen returns to the c-file, then knight takes on e7. So bishop takes on c6, d takes on c6 now, hitting the knight. Well, let's first of all have a look. If knight e5, then the pawn's going to march on to c7, and that's going to be winning. If queen, say c8, I can expect white's going to be playing f4 and forcing the knight to move, and then pushing e5, opening up the diagonal of the bishop on g2, clearly winning for white. So knight e5 would be losing for black. In the game, rook a7 was played, but after c takes on d7 and knight takes on d7, white clearly enjoys a comfortable advantage and should go on to win this. So this has been called the Carlsen attack trap in the Sicilian Khan variation. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.